everybody. So we are starting to do a new video series on the Outdoor Kid Life channel. I'm going to be calling it Teach Me, and it's going to be a video series once a week with me and some of the just employees here at Sportsmen's Warehouse. And once a week we're going to go over a new product or a new genre of products every week, and we're going to teach you about that product.
And arrows are probably the most critical when it comes to this. If you get an arrow that's arrows come in certain stiffness. You got they're set up in spines. Back when I started in archery, everything was an aluminum arrow or a wood arrow. It was pretty easy to get an arrow set up. Back then, you could just go grab it, pretty much any arrow off the shelf,
right.
Shoot it. They'd work. Compound bows weren't as critical as they are now. Now that they're so critical, you have to have the correct flex in an arrow.
Okay, so if I was shooting a 55-pound bow at a 26-inch draw,
okay,
what type of arrows would I need?
As you can see, they're set up in different spines. A 600 spine is very weak, so
like a youth arrow, kid's arrow,
up to about 25, 30 pounds.
Okay.
500 spine, you could go up to about 40, 45 pounds. 400 will get you up to about 65, 70 pounds.
Okay.
Over 70 pounds, you're at these. And all this all depends on your arrow length. Arrow length and the draw weight of your bow. Something very easy to figure that out. Most arrows have a chart on the back of them. So you got your chart. This is all the length of your arrow. So say you're shooting a 26-inch arrow. Mm-hmm. So you go to 26, and then at what, 50 pounds?
55, yeah.
55. So you come down 55. You're 500 spine. Now, when you get something set up like this that sits right on the border between the two, go stiffer. So, you know, it says 500, go to 400.
So 400 spine?
400.
That way, if I wanted to up my weight, I could do that safely.
Safely, yeah.
Awesome.
The other thing too is you're not going to, because if you shoot an arrow that's too light, you're also dry firing your bow every shot.
Right.
So you want to avoid that. It's always better to go stiffer than weaker on an arrow.
And then, okay, so that I think pretty much covers arrows.
Okay.
What about tips, like field tips or broadheads?
You want to find one that's comfortable for you. Most people generally think because they shoot a 25, you know, kids shoot 25, 30-pound bow, shoot 75, 85 grain point, which is great. If they want to get a little bit distance out there, they're going to have to put some weight out on the front end of the arrow.
Right.
100 grain tip, I think 100 grain tip will work for everybody, including kids.
So even those people that are shooting up to 70, 80 pounds?
Pounds can shoot 100 grain. Me, myself, I prefer to have the heavier weight. I like my arrow to carry a little bit farther, have a little bit more knockdown when I'm hunting, you know, so that penetrate. I don't shoot anything less than 125 grains. Okay.
And see, someone like me, I'm shooting a lower weight. I'm at like 55 pounds on my bow. So I'm at like 100, I'm at the 100 grain tips, and that's just what I prefer. Arrows and tips are kind of all a personal preference thing. Yep. They're all going to work as well as you can shoot it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just what we're... And the other thing you got to look at too is, depending on the diameter size of your arrow, will depend on the diameter size of your field points. So here we've got 100 grain combo point, 5/16. That's your common carbon arrow. 11/32, like a gold tip. Most of the Easton. 11/32 jumps up into a little bit of the fatter carbon arrows and most aluminum arrows. Okay.
And aluminum arrows mainly are now for what do people mainly use aluminum arrows for?
Everything. If you look at a lot of the target shooters now, I can pretty well say that most target shooters, competitive target shooters, you've got the Wilds, you've got Logan Wild, you've got Rio Wild. They shoot, majority of their arrows are aluminum.
Okay.
Just because they stabilize very well. very little maintenance. You know, these guys are putting arrows into a hole that big every time. So you know, if they happen to, and everybody shoots a single spot, so they're not breaking arrows. But if they do shoot at a, you know, shooting arrows all in one spot, aluminum's going to take that.
Okay.
It's not going to split down the side.
Right. So as far as basics of starting a bow, what else do you think we should go over?
Just different grips on a bow. Nowadays, most bows are, in my opinion, they're all the same.
Okay.
They do feel, they shoot all the same. They do feel a little bit different. You know, as far as the draw pull, most of them are pretty much there. If you're just getting into it, you want to look for a beginner's bow.
Okay, and what kind of beginner's bows does Sportsmen's here carry?
We carry the Diamond Infinite Edge Pro,
Okay.
which is 5 to 70 pounds, 13 to 31 inches, fit everybody.
Awesome.
We also have a Bear Cruiser. She goes from 13 to 30 inches and 20 to 70 pounds. We've got the G5, the Quest Radical, which is the same draw length as the Bear.
And if somebody were to come in and buy any one of those bows, you guys could set them up?
We'll set it up. We'll spend as long, you know, we have a little short range. We'll set it up and have them shoot until they're ready to go, until they feel comfortable with it.
Cool. Well, I think that about covers it.
Okay.
Thanks, Brent.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we'll get this up for next week on Teach Me.